Guys, what's up? Another video coming to you hot. Today I'm going to be talking about the 6 biggest breakthroughs that videographers have to hit the next level. Now, personally, I went through all 6 of these at different stages of my career over the last decade, and I thought it would be nice to kind of put them all into like a little infographic and show you guys what I went through and, how it helped me. And I've made this graphic, by the way, with a little tool called napkin.ai. Really recommend using it. It's really good. You can kind of just drop like text in that you write yourself, or you get like AI to write for you, and you get it to generate like infographics for you, and it's free. So I'd really recommend it. So first breakthrough for me was niching down, niche specialization. So focusing on a specific industry to attract targeted clients. Now, when I got into the video industry in 2017, you didn't need to have a niche. You didn't need to have any of that. You could just literally exist with a camera, exist with a cine camera, and you'd get work. But we're not in 2017 anymore. We're in 2025. That isn't really the case anymore. If you want to get consistent content, if you want your marketing to actually do something, you need to know who you're talking to. And if you're just talking to fucking everyone, your content is going to fall on flat ears. You need to niche down. Even if you just niche down to businesses, like that's a step. Right, rather than fucking like you have artists, you have music producers, you have creative directors, you have businesses, you have the whole B2C market, right? Like even if you niche down to B2B, that's still niching down a little bit. And then I would say go a level further. Like what type of businesses could you help, right? Like for me, I think going after the service-based business market is one of the best because around 3/4 of businesses in the West are service-based and vast majority of those are small. So there's a huge market that you can basically work with, right? It's a huge market, and typically they charge quite high ticket prices. So it's not like with a fucking artist who makes 30 quid a month. You can work with businesses who are making multiple 4 and 5 figures per month, who have the cash on hand to pay for your services. So like niching down for me was a huge breakthrough when I did it at my company Otter, and with these 6 breakthroughs, guys, like I'm not saying you're going to have all of them. It depends how long you're in the game for and how much you push through it. And you're going to hit different ones at different points. Like people might hit niche specialization really quick. For me, it took about 4 years because like we could just exist back then and just crush. But that's not the case anymore. Next one I want to speak to is consistent content and consistency. So I grew Otter through an amalgamation of different marketing strategies, right? Which was like LinkedIn before it got really big and cringe. I've done ads, I've done organic, I've done SEO, I've done email marketing. Everything kind of works. Everything works, to be honest with you. Like the idea that a marketing strategy doesn't work is kind of false. There's just ones that work better than others in my experience, and there's ones that work better for certain people. So like if you're looking to hire a coach who's going to help you, choose the one that you vibe with the most. If you don't vibe with me, that's cool, man. There's plenty of other great coaches you can work with in the space who I'm sure would help you get to where you need to go. For me, I teach ads because I find ads, the downside with ads is they cost money, but that's the only downside. And there's all the upside you get with them, which is amazing. Like you don't have to do fucking constant cold outreach and posting cringe shit on LinkedIn constantly, which I did for years. You don't have to do that. You can just run a sick ad on Meta, on Facebook or Instagram. Even shit like fucking YouTube ads as well. They work quite well. It's providing you're in the right niche within a video. But yeah, consistency, guys. Like the reason we grew Otter to such a decent size without really offering marketing as a package at the time. I mean, we got it to like $500,000 per year before we even started offering results. So we were doing 50, 60K a month without even guaranteeing results for clients, which is insane. We're doing that based off like organic video. Because we were so consistent on the branding. We were so consistent on posting content. We had a vlog that went out every single week for 2.5 years on our Instagram and our YouTube. We did content every day. We did stories every day. We were consistently top of mind before we even knew what top of mind meant. And that's what really paved the way for our business. Next one. Retainer model. Ding, 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 ding. Securing stable income through monthly retainers. Now, this might not seem like a breakthrough in terms of like some new thinking, but like it's not so much realizing what retainer models are that's the breakthrough. It's realizing how to get them that's the breakthrough. And this took me fucking ages. This took me like maybe 6 years. I mean, we had retainers. We always had retainers going on, But I couldn't just like get out of bed one day and know by the end of the week I was going to close a retainer. It was luck for a long time before I kind of figured out what to do. But retainer models, guys, like if you want to lock it in, if you want to lock it on just content, it's really fucking hard because you have to find a client who's willing to invest that long term and build that way, which is really fucking hard. Whereas if your videos, if you can guarantee results through the video marketing that you do, then retainer models are like commonplace, super simple, really easy to upsell. So if you just focus on getting client results and you get to the point where you can guarantee that, you can do that really easily with ads or other ways, but ads is kind of the most consistent, then building a retainer model is like easily the way to go. Marketing funnel. By far my biggest breakthrough. This is about 3 years in, and I started picking up marketing books. I actually put the camera down and started picking up marketing books because I found I picked up a camera in 2016, 2017 because I've watched a guy on YouTube called Casey Neistat. He just started doing his yearly vlog. And man, that guy just ignited something in my heart. I just fell in love with videos and video making and like vlogging and everything like that. I just fell in love with the idea of it. That's what made me start my agency at the time. And that love diminished over time. And then when I picked up marketing of business books, that fire came back again. And I was like, man, this is kind of like, I don't just like it, I'm good at it. And when you're good at something and you like it, it becomes a real strong passion of yours. So I started looking at marketing funnels. And like I said before, I tried fucking everything under the sun. And this is, if I could give you 2 cents, I think most people worth their salt would agree with this. If I give you 2 cents on marketing funnels, is you just want to find one that's really fucking simple. Really fucking simple. Like you can explain how it works to someone like under a minute and they get it. Like you want it to be really simple, really easy to pitch, really easy to understand, really easy to sell, really easy to fix, really easy to scale. Just like make the whole system very uncomplex. Like uncomplex? God, Ben, you're letting the English side down here. Make the complexity as minimal as possible. Simple scales, fancy fails. Number 5, sales process. So these two actually happened for me at the same time because I did like an MBA business course here in the UK. There was like 99% funding towards doing one post-COVID, so I just jumped on it. And I installed marketing funnels in the company, and then also installed a sales process with like proposals, discovery calls, loads of other stuff. And my sales process over the years has changed dramatically because I've hired so many different sales coaches who have taught me an amalgamation of good sales tactics, both online high ticket, both in person, both low ticket, both like in sales calls, meetings, and sales discovery, closing in the DMs, whatever you want to do. But they all kind of come back to the same human psychology of just being able to help people sell to people who actually need the service. And then when objections arise up about time or price or money or whatever the fuck it is, handle those objections and help your people get to where they need to go, because sales is service. You're trying to help the person. Where sales isn't service is when you sell shit to people who don't need it. Snake oil salesman, car salesman, that kind of vibe. You don't want to be doing that, okay? That lighting's a bit harsh on the shadow, isn't it? Let's fix that. That's a bit better. Shit. That's a bit harsh. I'm running and gunning, guys, with a $30 Amazon light. I should just buy more lights again, but I'm kind of like in this zone where I'm like, I wonder how far I can take this videography coaching company without actually investing in kit again. And so far I've done everything on my iMac and my phone and some cheap lights. The only like decent stuff I've invested in is like $200 and some audio, because you can't have shit audio. Anyway, sales process. So when we dialed it in terms of like going for objection handling, a discovery phase, getting all the questions out there, finding out what people actually want to do with video content, rather than just like, oh, send us the brief and we'll do it. Like actually figure out what they're trying to do. When you link that in with a marketing funnel, you can crank the fucking video agency to the fucking moon and make a shit ton of cash. Number 6, accountability. I want to let that one sit because this is by far my biggest breakthrough, was hiring coaches or hiring mentors. Throughout my entire video career, for the 10 years, I was desperate for a mentor. And I asked a few people to mentor me over the years, and looking back, I really shouldn't have fucking asked those people because they weren't in the niche that I wanted help in, or X, Y, and Z. I was just looking for guidance. I was desperate for leadership, and I never really found it until the end. And then I hired some fucking mentors in like the last 18, 24 months who have really like shifted gears for me and helped me unlock pieces in my mind. Like, I've always been very naturally good at marketing and sales. And I would say that when I hired these coaches, I was like 80% of the way there, but they gave me the final 20% to like connect all of the neurons together, right? And that's how I really view coaching. It's like, I can't help a videographer who's dog shit at video and hasn't ever made money before. Like, that's a strong uphill battle. Not saying it's impossible. If the guy's right or the girl's right and have the right mentality to do it, we can do it. But typically we can't. So typically I work with people who are like 50 to 80% of the way there, and they just need me to come in, connect the dots so they can blast up, hit 100%, and fucking start cranking. But yeah, guys, these are the 6 biggest breakthroughs for videographers that I found. I went through all of these myself. Accountability, hiring a coach, hiring a mentor was my biggest breakthrough by far. If you're thinking about hiring a coach, get in touch. But like I said, guys, like, just, there's lots of good coaches out there. Just go with the one that you vibe with the most. That's honestly what I'd recommend. There's some shit coaches out there, but like, if you're not an idiot, you can see who the good ones are. Just go with one of those. Go whoever you vibe with the most. I promise you, if you go with a coach who is helping you get results for your clients, you're going to crush. It's going to be awesome because you're going to learn so much about marketing, sales, ads, all that sort of stuff. It's just going to give you so many good skills. I would avoid like organic content coaches. I would avoid ones that go down the whole LinkedIn route. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, they're just going to build you a client acquisition model. They're not going to necessarily teach you how to do better at sales, and they're definitely not going to teach you how to do better getting results for your clients. It's all going to be like overpriced fucking landscape videos and cinematic content. Anyway, I digress, guys. All my love. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you're well, and take care.